Okay, here we go, our spring dry cut. So to start off, I'll finish the hair using a paddle brush, and I'll just leaf and flat wrap and bevel. So when the hair is wet, I'll use a significant amount of tension just to get that cuticle scale nice and shut and get the strands a little bit more sleek. As the hair progressively dries, then I'll slack off on the tension and I'll just aim more at just the actual angle of my nozzle to hair, just ensuring again that I get that cuticle scales just like nailed shut. When they're super shut, the hair feels super sleeky, super shiny, and you get super movement. So just going in, leafing and beveling, just to get the hair dry. For the dry cut, I don't want to blow out too much of an artificial shape, so I'll just finish it as naturally as I can, just with a tiny bit of root lift, and then I'll anticipate a decent amount of that root lift will drop out throughout the cut. So a lot of times when I'm aiming in the salon, I'll aim for a little bit higher of a root lift than I actually intend, because again, with time and gravity, some of that root lift would drop out, and what stays is about the amount that I intended. So I'll intend for it to be 20% more, and when that drops out, then it drops out to the amount of root lift that I intend. But jumping into our dry cut, the hair is finished naturally, so I'll section off the sides, and then from here, I'll over direct the hair forward, and I'll point cut my shape. Usually if the hair is wet and I'm doing a technical haircut, I prefer going in with clean lines, but since I'm on dry hair, I want a softer finish, so I'll go in and I'll chip in, point cut my guide. I'm cutting in concave, my shape goes from shorter to longer, so elevate the hair straight out. I'm over directing, and with each section, I'll elevate the hair just slightly higher than the prior section. Now as I approach the left side of this haircut, I'm standing in front of her. My body position is between the nose and the shoulder. At this position, it allows me the greatest control as I comb out sections, as I cut the sections. So again, standing in front of what I'm cutting, and my lines, I'm just point cutting into them. Comb the hair to natural fall, make visual assessments. Now, through the opposite side, I'll cut the exact same technique, so I'm cutting concave, short to long. I'm over directing the hair forward to the same point, and I'm elevating the hair to the exact same point as that guideline. Remember, with each progressive section, I'll elevate the hair slightly, and as you point cut, make sure your sections aren't so gigantic that you cannot see a clear guideline. If your guideline isn't that clear, go back, take a smaller section, and take more guideline. So still over directing, and again with each section, I'll elevate slightly, comb the hair to natural fall, make visual assessments. Now, as my sections reach the bend of the head, I'll start over directing the hair to the same point as that prior section was cut at. And this will allow me to build weight. So now to the back, I'll comb the hair straight out and have guidelines from both sides. So all I'm doing here is just working from one guideline to the opposite side's guideline, and I'm just point cutting in my new length. So through the back, I'll be working with horizontal sections. Just combing out my horizontal section. I'll be combing this hair straight out. So I'm not elevating too high or too low, I'm just straight out 90 degrees from the head. I'm working off my two lengths from each side. So I'm connecting the longest length on the left and on the right. And just for ease of control for this dry cut, I'll just clip away the hair through the back, and I'm working from top down. I could also work from nape up. It really doesn't matter. It's just, I feel it flows a little bit better this way. So still connecting these two corners, these two lengths. Okay, just dropping the hair, seeing how everything falls naturally. And one of the benefits of cutting dry, you save a lot of time. And sometimes if you're in a hurry, the dry cuts actually work very well. I personally, maybe 1 out of 100 haircuts. I might, cut it dry, but it is possible. It can be done. So just like through the top area, again, I'm combing the hairs forward, and I'm just connecting guideline to guideline because I have like 2 lengths from each side. I'm just working the same manner at the crop. I'll just comb this area forward because that's how the sides were cut. So I'll connect it, and then I'll work out these 2 lengths. So it was already connected in the back, and I'll connect it through the front. Okay, so now that the technical portion is done, I'll just go through, feel the hair, comb it around. If I'm feeling for snags, if anything snags between my combs or my fingers, I'll go back and I'll refine that shape a little bit more. And I'll just clean out the outline. I'm just working with the bare tips of my shears. I want to just like put emphasis on this concave shape. And I'm incorporating it into the fringe. So it works from a very long length through the sides, and it's a long curved section that connects right at the mid of that nose. At the mid nose, I'm building up a slight corner. So that's where both sides will meet, technically. So then again, now through the left side, I'll approach the haircut in the same manner. And then here you always have to look for the visual symmetry with the 2 sides, because technically everything can be balanced and perfect. But then a lot of times when the hair falls naturally, the shape's a bit off. So you have to make sure the shape connects technically and visually. First things first, the technical is the most important. But then you have to go and just fine tune your technical shape so it falls perfectly naturally. Just like slowly working in this heavy angle, this peak that connects the 2 sides. Now I want to get it a little bit softer, so as opposed to cutting like on the skin, I'll elevate the hair slightly and chip into the ends. But this elevation will definitely allow my shape to fall much softer. And I'll do the exact same technique. I'll mimic it on the opposite side so that, again, the elevation is there, so when the hair falls, it looks like super soft, super clean, super simple, super natural, super feminine. Now I'll just go back and point through these heavy areas. Small, manageable sections. I'm not rushing here. And now I'm just working to balance out the density of the hair because some areas fall a bit heavier. Okay, well there we have it. Our spring dry cut. Enjoy.